everyone, this is Monalisha and you are watching Supervision. Today we'll discuss about an important topic in R programming language. That means you know that R programming language is a very important language used nowadays frequently for data analysis purpose, for data visualization purpose. That means if we have a data set, we can analyze the data present in the data set and we can also visualize the data through various graphs and charts by the help of R programming language. So in order to run R programming language, we need R Studio. So whenever you try to run R programming language, always run with the IDE that is called R Studio, right? So let's today we'll discuss that how we can analyze the data, how we can visualize the data using R programming language, and we will consider a sample data sets, right? So let's start the R programming language with the R Studio. So click on or search in the search bar the R Studio. So you will get the R Studio open for you. So R Studio is nothing but an IDE to run the R programming language. So here we can also consider a data set that is prepared by us, or we can also consider the data set that is already present. That means we can also work with the sample data set. So let's work with the sample data set present already, right? So we can get the sample data sets through the function that is called data. So in this console part, you know that R Studio has 4 panel. This is the code editor, this is the console panel, this is the environment section, this is the plotting panel, right? So for this, R editor and R console panels are used interchangeably for writing input and for displaying the output, right? But basically we use this code editor to write the input, write the code, and we can also use the console also for writing code and getting the output. Okay, so let's come to console. We can clear the console using control and L. Okay, the console will be clear. So in the console portion, we want to get a sample data set through the data function. So we'll write here data. So here you can see this is prompting you automatically. So when you will click on this, click on enter, then you can see that various number of data sets. In the left hand side, this is a data set. This is also a data set. Likewise, so many data sets are being presented here. And the right hand side is the description about the data set, right? So left hand side is the data sets. You can see that number of data sets are there in the left hand side. That means this is also a data set. This is also a data set. Okay, and in the right hand side, the description about the data set is given. So whenever you will just click on data function, you will get various sample data sets displayed. I am interested in, I want to perform my analysis on a data set. I can choose any of the data set that is displayed over here. So I am interested in this cars data set. Okay, I am interested in this cars data set. So this data set, this is the description about the data set. That means this shows the speed and stopping distance of various cars. So this is the description about the data set cars that is written here. So I am interested in the sample data set that is cars. So I will write here. What will I write? So I am writing here data. Within bracket, I have to write the data set that I want to use. That is here cars data set, right? Cars data set. So here just press enter. Then what can you see that here again you have to write these cars, then press enter. So whenever you will press enter, you can see that the data set is being displayed here. That means the cars data set is now displayed here. And this consists of two columns. That is, first one is speed, second one is called distance. This is nothing, these are the index only. Okay, so don't worry about that. This cars data set consists of two variables or two columns, that is speed and distance. Here in the environment section also you can see that cars data set is displayed, and it shows that it has two variables and 50 observation total. So if you will count also the observations against the speed and distance, it will be 50. So here it is written also up to 50 we have the values, right? We have the values of speed and we have the values of distance. That means this cars data set has two variables and 50 observation, right? Okay. Next, let I need a particular column in the data set. So I am the data set I am interested in, that is cars data set, and I need a particular column or particular variable. You know that as it is displayed, cars variable or cars data set has two variables, that is speed and distance. Let I am interested in a particular variable in this data set. So I have to use dollar symbol along with the variable name or the column name to get the value of that variable or value of that column. So how can I write here? So I have to write the name of data set, that is cars here, then dollar symbol, then as it is showing that cars data set has two variables, right? One is speed, second is distance. Let I want to display the values of speed variable. So I'll click on this. Then whenever you will just click enter, then you can see that the values stored against the speed variable of the cars data set is now displayed. Okay. So these are the values. These are the values against the speed variable of the cars data set. Okay. Next, if let I want to plot the variables. Okay, so taking the values against these two variables, speed and distance, I want to plot. So whenever I plot the variables, it needs the plotting already or always needs two parameters. Okay, so one will be displayed in the x-axis, another will be displayed in the y-axis. So always in order to plot, we need two parameters. So I can show you that suppose I want to plot. Okay, so I am writing here. This is plot x comma y. Okay, so if I am writing plot function, that means I want to plot a scatter plot, right? With these two variables, one is x, another is y. So whenever we need to plot a graph or chart, we always need two variables. So one of the variable is dependent variable, one is independent variable. So whenever I were writing here plot function within bracket x and y, that means I want to make a plot with the variables x and y. So here x is called independent variable, and y is called dependent variable. Okay, so independent variable is what? The variable that we can manipulate is called independent variable, and the variable that we cannot manipulate or the variable that takes the result of the independent variable is called dependent variable, right? So here what you can say, that suppose I want to plot a graph or a chart using the variables of the cars data set. You know that before comma the variable that is written is called independent variable. After comma the variable that is written is called dependent variable, right? And plot function is used to plot the scatter plot. So what we can write here, just go to your RStudio Here, let I want to plot with these two variables, speed and distance. So which one will be dependent, which one will be independent? You know that the speed and distance, I told that the variable that can be manipulated is called independent variable. So in between speed and distance, which can be manipulated here? Whenever you are driving a car, you can increase your speed, you can decrease your speed also. That means speed is in your hand, you can manipulate that. Okay. So which variable is being manipulated here? This is the speed variable. So here speed is the independent variable and distance is the dependent variable. That means upon speed, distance depends. So can we cut the distance? No. We can increase our speed or we can decrease our speed. If we are increasing our speed, we can reach at the destination before the estimated time. So which one is being manipulated here? This is the speed. So here speed is the independent variable. So if it is the independent variable, so it will be written before comma, and distance is the dependent variables, it will be written after comma within this plot function. Okay. So what we can write here, go to your RStudio. So at the console part, let write plot. That means we have to plot a scatter plot here. So plot, I have to take the data set, right? So the data set I'm interested in or I'm working upon is cars data set, and I want to plot between speed and distance. So how we can take that? Using the dollar symbol. So this is the independent one. So I will take the first, then give comma. Then I have to take the data set again, cars with the dollar symbol, and the another variable that independent one is called distance, right? So whenever you will just press enter, you can say you can see that the graph is being displayed and this is a scatter plot. So if you zoom it, you can see that the scatter plot is being displayed with these two variables, that is speed and distance of the data set that is called cars. So you can also see the graph that is being plotted by clicking on the zoom option at the fourth panel, which is reserved for the plotting files and packages, right? So plot function is used to plot you or it will give you a scatter plot with the help of points. Okay. So you need 2 points or two variables to plot a scatter plot. So here we plotted plotted a graph between speed and distance with the help of the data set that is called cars, right? So I think up to this I am very clear. Let we can also add various parameters. That means we can also add the x-axis, we can also add the y-axis, we can also give title to our chart or graph. So let's start again that how we can add few parameters here. So we have to write plot. So plot function is used to provide you the scatter plot. So remember that thing. So let I want to plot between these same speed and distance of the cars data set. So I will write here cars. This is speed, comma, cars data set, and this is distance. Okay, and the type of this graph. So if you write plot function, it will simply plot you a scattered plot. So if you want to give the line chart, or if you want to show, if you want to change the shape of the graph, you can also write something in the type parameter. So according to your value given to the type parameter, the shape of the graph will be changed, right? So if I'm writing here type is equal, let I'm writing here L, then X left, let I want to give the x-axis title as speed and y-axis title as distance, and man. Man is a parameter that is used to provide title to your chart. So let the title of your chart is plotting a graph. Okay, so if I am writing all these things, so let's understand what is the meaning of this line. Plot is a function that is used to plot a scatter plot. I want to plot between speed and distance. So two variables I have considered, that is speed and distance, and which data set I am taking. I am taking the these variables of cars data set, and type is L. L stands for line. That means whenever you will just plot, you can see that there is a line. Line is displayed with the variables value, right? So x lab is name of the x axis, y lab is name of the y axis. So here x lab is a parameter and this is a value provided to the x lab, and y lab is a parameter and this is the value provided to y lab. So x lab means I want to name the x axis, y lab means I want to name the y axis. Here main is a parameter. So main means you want to supply a title to your chart, and what is the value given here? Plotting a graph. That means here the title of your chart will be plotting a graph. So let's see whether it is coming or not. So just press enter. You can see here the graph is changed. So click on zoom here. So whenever you will click on zoom, you can see that the graph is being plotted and it is in the line format, right? So we have written type is equal L. L stands for line. That means this is now a line graph, and the name of the x-axis is speed, y-axis name is distance, and main. That means the title of this chart is plotting a graph. So I think up to this I am very clear. So if you feel if you want to ask anything, you can always write me in the chat box so that I can answer. And if you like the video, please share the video, subscribe the channel, and thank you very much for watching.